States of America. Take a look. Yeah, Madison, Adams, Washington, and here's one of our 37 bridges. Now, there's a gorgeous building. It's hard to see. The glass building on the right was done by Helmut John, and he wanted that building to look like a cash register. For those of you who don't remember what a cash register looked like, you pushed a button and a drawer came out. That's how they made change back in the day. The building on the right was built in 1965. They built it over the rail. They couldn't buy the land, so what did they buy? You should know this. They bought the air. They own the air. The railroad owns the air. You build a building over my air, you gotta pay me. I own the air over my house. I don't have a house, but if I did, I own the air. Yeah, I love. You're okay, come on. You're doing well. And of course, that's also a 19. This is called the Gateway Center. This was the gateway to the west back in the day. All the rail came through Chicago. I want to get a little bit of water. I'm getting thirsty. Oh my goodness, look at that barge. Oh my. Bringing up sand for the beaches, yeah. Well done. You guys saw the Hancock. Can you see the building on the right with the X bracing? That is also done by Fazlur Khan from Bangladesh. There you go. And here's another one of our boats. Those good looking guys right there are getting ready for a tour. Well, not so good looking. This used to be a stock trading floor. The traders have left. I find this so strange. They converted the building. They built this huge fitness center, but they built the fitness center right next to a donut shop, which I find so strange. Nobody ever talked about that building on your left, and then guess what they did? They drew a map of the Chicago River on the side of the building. Take a look. That red dot up there is where you're at on the Chicago River, and that's probably the biggest "You Are Here" sign in the world. On the right-hand side, 1973. The architect's name is James DeStefano. I had 25 architect students on my boat. Without them knowing it, their teacher said, take a piece of paper out and pencil and draw that building. You have 5 minutes. I couldn't believe the artistic talent of these young men and women. I will never forget her. She came on my tour about 5 years ago. She wasn't this tall. She was an architect from Montana. During my tour, she drew 18 buildings. I named all 18. That's how good her drawings were. Very good, very good. Oh, the Chicago Post Office. Sears, shipped out of here. Ward's. Anybody on the boat remember Spiegel catalog? Anybody at all? They also shipped out. There's my favorite picture of the Sears Tower. I love it. If you have a cell phone, I'd love you to take that picture. You're doing very well.
I see that.
Okay. All right, hang on just a minute. Check. There we go. Yep, this is perfect. Thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm not supposed to do this, but if you swing to the left and look backwards, just for me, can you see the pink building? The architect wanted the top to look like his wife's wedding ring. Architects can be a little strange. That's one of the tallest buildings on the planet. that does not have a name. It goes by a street address, 311 South Weber Drive. Now, I know this is hard, I know that. There's my favorite Art Deco building. Look on the left side. Can you see the statue on top? That is the goddess of cereal. So that is where all the grain prices in the United States are established. That is the Chicago Board of Trade. I love it. It's so beautiful. Take a look. Now, the same architect designed these three buildings. The middle one's called the Cooper, and that one's called the Reed. You gentlemen, is the Reed going to be residential or is it going to be commercial? Residential is correct. Why is that? It's made out of concrete. Yeah. I had two couples on my boat. They live in the Cooper. Architects study your demographics. Here's your question. They both live in a one-bedroom, one-bath apartment, 604 square feet. Tell me what one of the largest rooms is. The bathroom is not correct, although it does. The closet is correct. Well done, young lady, well done. Yeah, they all have walk-in closets. Architects study your demographics. People like walk-in closets. They like a small kitchen, a pretty good sized living room, and a decent sized bedroom. If you have a party in the suburbs, where do everybody gather? In the kitchen. If you have a party in my flat with 1,000 square feet, where does everybody gather? All over. I find them in bathrooms in my bedroom. Yeah. Now, the last tour got this right. What's the architect's name that designed the round building on the left? Oh no, you've already seen one of his buildings. Marina Towers, yeah, what's his name? The corncob guy. Yeah, Bertrand Goldberg. Yeah, he designed it. And look what's underneath the building. You got space for your boat. There's all kinds of docks. Oh, the Great Chicago Fire started right here. On the right side, Mrs. O'Leary's barn. 17,000 buildings destroyed, 100,000 people homeless, 300 people died in that fire. They had a fire in Peshtigo, Wisconsin on the same night. They lost 2,500, some of which were Native Americans. Now, I have a question. You ready? That building's for sale. It's an old pump station for the rail. What do the new owners want to make it? You should know this. Oh, not lofts. Come on, get creative. A brewery is correct. You rascal, you. Yeah, a microbrewery. I like where you're headed. Look at my hand. Restaurant on the left, pool hall on the right, brewery on top. Are you kidding me? Play 4 games of pool, have 2 hamburgers and 4 Budweiser. Is that a good afternoon? That is a wonderful afternoon in my world. Oh, and over on the left side, I'm sorry. The pandemic came and it stopped all the building. Guys, skyscraper, townhouses in the middle, all came to a stop. And just so you know, the Roosevelt collection are all condominiums and apartments. Everything came to a stop. I was working on March the 15th, 2 years ago. I had about 25 people on my boat. I took the boat back to the dock. They said go home and don't return. The city of Chicago was sheltered in place for 5 months. You couldn't find cars on the road. You could not find anything. Yeah. We come to this part of town often. One of our favorite yarn stores is on this side. So we buy our yarn down here on the Southwest Loop. So this is an old bridge house, and again, if you were a bridge tender before 1960, you and your family lived in that bridge house. For my Chicagoans, this is where I thought they were going to build the casino, but it did not happen. This is called the 78. We have 77 neighborhoods in Chicago. on your left, that white building, is one of the largest residential buildings in the U.S. Raphael Vinoli is the architect. Oh, when they opened the building 3 years ago, they were renting apartments on the main floor for $1,000 a month, 300 square feet, on Lake Michigan. Can anybody on this boat live in 300 square feet, honestly? Can you? My wife says she can without me, which is quite concerning after all these years of bliss. Okay, just a couple quickies and we'll get you to a break time. This is our rail yard, 42 acres. The bridge coming up has holes in the back. That's for counterweighting. And we'll take a break here in a few minutes. But before we do, I have some questions and thoughts. First of all, most of you are hanging on to a cell phone. Did you know your cell phone was created in Chicago in 1973? Did you know the first cell phone call was made at Soldier Field? How much did the first phone weigh, young man? 7 pounds. What did a 1-hour phone conversation cost on a cell phone in 1973? $4,000 to talk on a cell phone in 1973 for 1 hour. Where are my students on this boat? McDonald's. Have you been? McDonald's started their Golden Arches in the state of Illinois in 1955. The Golden Arches are the second most recognized corporate icon in the world. What's number 1? You should know this. Oh, not Apple. Come on, it's red. Coca-Cola. Well done, sir. Well done. Number 1 is Coke. Number 2 is McDonald's. What's number 3?